Eastern Illinois University officials say the alert was not to confuse, but to keep the campus community informed of a potential threat. And that's our top story tonight. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Oscar Zydkevich.
And I'm Vince Levergene. Just before 10 Tuesday morning, many on Eastern's campus received an important message from a program called Alert EIU, explaining that EIU police received a security threat to campus.
That's right. University officials say it was an unspecified threat to campus, so an investigation was immediately launched. We later learned the possible threat was made via a cell phone call to a local crisis hotline.
Earlier today, Newswatch's Lydia Shaw sat down with EIU Police Chief Kent Martin and EIU Public Information Coordinator Joshua Reinhart about the alerts and what the procedures the university follows when notifying the campus community.
Tuesday morning, this alert sparked conversations throughout Eastern Illinois University, warning of a possible threat to the school. We sat down with the university officials this morning to ask about the decision-making behind the email.
We would much rather have to deal with the consequences of sending out a precautionary message that maybe causes some concern on campus versus the ulterior, which is not sending a message and having something not happen at all.
Reinhart says very few people on campus, including himself, the police department, and university officials have access to the alerting system, which includes various templates for situations like weather, traffic, and crime.
There are a handful of people on campus that have accessibility to send out those alerts. Many of those alerts for situations that might occur are pre-written so that we can get them out quickly.
Reinhart also says the university has to act efficiently when considering sending out messages to warn students not to be scared, but to be aware of their surroundings.
Rather than wait to share a message like that, we did opt to make the decision to share that precautionary message just to heighten awareness on campus and things like that.
Police Chief Ken Martin says officials spent some time going over the original call to the hotline before deciding to issue an alert Tuesday morning. He says campus safety was always at the forefront of that discussion and will be during future situations.
If this was an imminent thing that was going on right now, for example, if we hear gunshots in this building right now and we know something right now is going on, there are measures in place where we can go ahead and put out an immediate message if we have confirmed that something is happening.
Martin says he's proud of the way his department and university handled the incident.
I think anytime you have an incident like this and you look at it with 20/20 hindsight, you always find things that you probably could have done better, you probably could have tweaked a little bit. I'm pleased with the way things went internally yesterday.
The university is acting in everyone's best interest to keep everyone safe, and just as a precautionary measure, it's important for our organization to do that, to make sure that we're doing our due diligence, to make sure that we're keeping our campus communities as safe as possible.
In Charleston, I'm Lydia Shaw for WEIU Newswatch.
EIU President David Glassman says at any time had yesterday's threat appeared imminent or actionable, the EIU alert system would have provided detailed information and instructions for students, employees, or community members to take urgent actions for their safety. All active students, faculty, and staff of EIU are automatically members of Alert EIU, and the system is not available to the general public, but the university does relay information to broadcast media outlets like WEIU TV and Hitmix 88.9.